Welcome to Financial Buzz Market Weekly. I'm RK Walker here at the New York Stock Exchange bringing you a review of this week's stock market. On Monday, oil rose as non-OPEC producers led by Russia agreed to reduce production by almost 600,000 barrels a day. West Texas Intermediate crude gained over 2.5% to settle at $52.83 per barrel. The Dow Industrials closed at a record high, however, other major indexes were down. On Tuesday, import prices for November fell 0.3% compared to the prior month's 0.5% gain, and export prices fell 0.1% compared to the prior month's 0.2% gain. The Dow Industrials, S&P 500, and NASDAQ composite all closed at record highs. On Wednesday, the producer price index for November increased 0.4% compared to the prior month's flat report, while retail sales for November were up only 0.1% compared to the prior month's 0.6% gain. Industrial production for November was down 0.4%, and business inventories for October fell 0.2%. The EIA Petroleum Status Report for the week ending December 9th showed crude oil inventory falling 2.6 million barrels. However, the big news for Wednesday was when the Federal Reserve concluded their two-day meeting and raised their target rate up 25 basis points to a range of 0.5% to 0.75%. In addition, the Fed said it now expects 3 rate hikes in 2017 instead of 2 as previously stated. Markets dropped modestly on the news. On Thursday, the consumer price index for November was up 0.2%, and the housing market indicator for December surged 7 points to 70, its highest level since July of 2005. Jobless claims for the week ending December 10th declined 4,000 to 254,000, while yields on 10-year Treasury notes hit 2.6%. On Friday, housing starts for November fell 18.7% to an annualized 1.09 million units, with new construction permits also falling 4.7% to 1.2 million. Markets opened modestly higher. Now let's take a look at some stocks. On Monday, President-elect Donald Trump extended his attack to defense contractors, criticizing Lockheed Martin's F-35 fighter jet program as out of control. After his Twitter comments stating that he will rein in military spending, Lockheed shares fell over 2.5%. Wells Fargo failed to pass a key regulatory test for the second time this year as the bank tried to persuade U.S. regulators that it could continue to operate without tapping into public funds during a bank failure. The Federal Reserve and Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation rejected Wells Fargo's living will plan and said that the bank would be sanctioned. Last April, Wells Fargo and 4 other banks failed an initial assessment. However, the other 4 successfully completed it later. On Wednesday, Alaska Air Group obtained regulatory approval to proceed with its $2.6 billion deal to acquire Virgin America. After the acquisition, Alaska will be the 5th largest airline carrier in the U.S. Alaska won the bid in April after its rival JetBlue Airways bowed out because of the high price. Shares of Alaska Air spiked over 5%. Verifone Systems reported fourth quarter results that topped analyst expectations, although guidance for the current quarter was missed due to the ongoing credit card transition to chip technology. The payments tech firm earned 30 cents a share on revenues of $467 million, beating expectations of revenue of $460 million. Shares surged well over 12% on the news. This is Financial Buzz Market Weekly. I'm RK Walker, and I'll see you again next week.